Hi all, I am here in front of the Waldo Judicial Center here in Belfast, Maine, where I recently, thanks to a very generous donation from Whitebeard and another generous donation from Volker Vixen and a generous offer to make up the difference from Lightning, I was able to pay the filing fee for a lawsuit to sue my former attorney Nathan Bell, who, when I first started having issues with the police, I was protesting against the local business, Swan Lake Grocery in Swanville, and they started cracking down on me. Eventually charged me pretty quickly, actually, within less than a week. They had me up on felony terrorizing charges. Complete BS. This attorney didn't bother, Nathan Bell, he didn't even bother to call witnesses, just ignored all kinds of exculpatory evidence in favor, that should have not gotten me convicted, and the whole thing was just a mess. I ended up accepting a plea deal. Anyway, and then I let him represent me. I had another violation of conditions charge immediately after, which because it was immediately after, I just let him represent me anyway, and he did almost even a worse job. But luckily with that one, the case was so horrible, I ended up not needing to take up any kind of plea deal, or I was exonerated. Anyway, so now I'm suing in federal court the officers who arrested me for that case. So I'm about 6 years behind on my lawsuits. This is all from stuff that happened in 2018 and 2019. Well, really 2019. So I'm right up against the statute of limitations on it all. But, like I say, luckily, I was able to, thanks to your help and all your support generally, I was encouraged to file this lawsuit. And so now I just need to serve it. And the sheriff's department is typically how they're served. In fact, on the back of the summons form, where it says, whoever serves it has to sign off, it says name of deputy. It doesn't just say name, it says name of deputy specifically, because they're like the default people that serve summonses for civil court cases. But I don't want to pay the sheriff's, I hate the sheriff's department. I don't want to pay those assholes anything if I can help it. And furthermore, they hate me, so they'll probably drag their heels and won't get it done. And I mean, there's like 90 days from the time I actually pay the filing fee until it gets dismissed for not, if I don't, if the defendant isn't served with the paperwork. You have 90 days, but I could see them running out the clock on that, just dragging their heels. Even though this guy is a lawyer who works right here, regularly, has cases here. As far as I know, he still does. Always used to, anyway. Yeah, so anyway, so I got to get that served, and so I'm thinking, I don't want to pay the sheriff's department. I'm looking into private organizations. There are a few around the area. So I'm going to look into, start contacting some of them today while I'm in town. And yeah, so thanks again. And criminal stuff is still, I gotta, still moving along, I guess. Trials on disorderly conduct and or criminal mischief coming up in October. And then the witness tampering thing, I still haven't been indicted by the grand jury, but they're meeting this month, and there's a conference on that case on the 23rd, I think, of this month. So all that stuff's still going along, but no big news there. Oh, and there goes a cop right now. Let's see if I can catch him. I don't know if you got him. A motorcycle pig from BPD. Anyway, I'm no longer on house arrest. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, I at my hearing for dismissal on the witness tampering, which was end of last month. It wasn't dismissed, but I asked them to end my house arrest So they did, the judge did do that at least. So that's something. So I can stand here and make a video and not worry about that. Motorcycle cop that just went by harassing me, which they didn't have a right to do before, but at least one of them was doing a bit of it anyway. The cop I'm suing, in fact. Okay, so there's my update. Thank you for listening. I'm going to put my shades back on here to get my hands free, I guess. And keep fighting. Peace. And take care.